Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to a new progress video on the main account. I think I'm going to hold off on calling it a completionist episode because a lot of people have pointed this out to me as time has gone on. I've been continuing to put out my progress videos on my main as labeling them as completionist videos, and while skilling is technically completionist, it's not really the type of content that is uniquely completionist, I guess, which is more what the series is about. I've just been more inclined to do skilling, and I'm working on 20ml all right now, which is my primary goal, so I think I'd rather hold off on really calling it a completionist episode. Just feels kind of strange, but it's a progress video on my main account, so hopefully you guys enjoy that in itself. And I'm focusing on skilling and working on 20ml all, which I guess is kind of like maxed and a half in a way, but yeah, I've been enjoying skilling. It's nice to be back to it for a while, and this is what I'm currently doing. I'm currently mining. I've kind of a backlog of clips at this point. Didn't record as many as I probably should have over the past few weeks, and it just takes longer to get decent progress without just like recording a clip every single time I get like 1 mil XP in a skill, because that would just get really dull, I think. So I mostly just recorded when I got 20 mils, and it does take a lot of time to get a skill to 20 mil, especially certain skills. But yeah, at this point I'm getting fairly close, and mining is one of the ones I have remaining, so this is a mining method that I've been trying to learn, and still obviously making lots of mistakes with, but it's far more click intensive than traditional mining, and it's a bit faster. I think once you perfected this method, you could probably get about 95k XP per hour, which is really crazy. I never thought that mining would be this high, but this method has always been possible, really, as far as I can tell. It's just that it wasn't really discovered that this type of mining was doable until the skilling cup, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, if any of you guys knew about this beforehand, but that's the first time I ever heard about any kind of mining like this, was when the skilling cup came around. There was a purple sweet mining method that works similarly to this, but it was actually slightly faster, because with this you still had to take 1 tick to start the fire making cycle, and with purple sweets you didn't even have to take that tick, so it was 1 tick faster every like movement between rocks. Hexus's best hour doing that method was 104k by a guy named Ned Flanders. So that's insane, and I did a few hours actually with purple sweets, wasted a fair amount of money, but it was definitely worth it because we did win the mining week, which is good. We finally got the skilling cup results back this Monday, so that's nice. Hexus won mining, Solace won fishing, and there's 2 left, which are hunter and woodcutting, so the competition is still there. We'll have to see who takes the victory. But yeah, anyways, so this is how I've been trying to do mining at this point, because it is the most efficient way to do it. Obviously purple sweets are not like viable to do because of the cost, but this is completely free, just more effort for more reward, so sounds like something that I should probably learn how to do and at least practice a little bit. The downside is that I really cannot play my other account while doing this, so I haven't actually logged into engrams since I started doing this, which was only like yesterday, so yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. I am really liking this method right now. It's just interesting and something kind of new, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know, I'll get it to 20 mil definitely, but I'm not sure if I'll continue doing it more. I'm tempted in a way because the mining top page is relatively easy time-wise to get onto. It's only 26 mil for top page, and it'd be kind of cool to climb in the mining rankings just because mining is a very undertrained skill, which is understandable. It's very click intensive, it's very involved. It's less involved definitely if you don't do stuff like this, and you can still get like 80k XP an hour. But you know, Hexus and shit have to be a salty EHP nerd and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to the clips. Hope you guys enjoy this video. A lot of the clips are kind of old, so bear that in mind. It's been a while, but glad to be back to making progress videos on my main account, and I hope you guys enjoy. I did indeed just pass 20 million smithing XP, which is pretty cool. So that's another one done and out of the way. I am gonna keep smithing until I finish up the rune bars and have my bank, so that'll get me another like 500k XP or so probably, but really just doing it because having EHP isn't bad, and I probably will do like 50 mil smithing here at some point, something like that. Well, I've been doing mostly agility for the past few days while playing on my secondary account that I made a video on, just because agility requires very little focus, and it's pretty easy to get EHP in even if you're not really totally focused on your account. You just have to click every so often, but I just passed 18 mil agility, so that's pretty cool. I've gained a couple mil agility in the past week or so, probably less than a week I guess, so made decent progress there. I also did like 200k runecrafting XP today, so almost 16,666,666, so maybe I'll get that just for the hell of it, but probably not. So yeah, I've mostly been doing agility, getting good hours in that, and I passed 28 mil magic also actually. Wow, decent bit past it. Of course, while runecrafting, I've been doing astrals today. I was gaining magic XP with that too, but 20k magic an hour while doing agility, 25k an hour while doing magic, while doing runecrafting. But anyways, 18 mil out of 20 mil, getting pretty close. I guess it's like somewhere around 30 something hours until I am done with agility for 20 mil. Though I may continue doing agility at some point afterwards, just because it's so. I don't know if I should say AFK, but just it requires so little focus, just like mindless clicking almost, so that you can pretty easily focus on other things at the same time. So here is 20 mil agility all done with. So I guess that's one of the slowest 20 mils that I've gotten so far, but agility is extremely easy, so it was a nice one to do. It requires little focus, easy to watch other things at the same time and play my second account and stuff like that. So 20 mil agility is done, and I guess I'm just going to move on to other skills. And one of the faster and easier 20 mils rolling in is crafting. I was mostly just doing air battle staves, even though they're pretty expensive, but there wasn't really any good option. I think they've gone down in price a little bit. I did do some black d'hide bodies, but mostly battle staves, so easy XP, quickly got that one out of the way. Alright, and I just passed 20 mil in thieving XP, which means another one is out of the way, another pretty fast and easy one. Yeah, I've been doing just payment plunder, and to be honest, I liked doing plunder for 99. I've gotten kind of tired of it recently. I don't know, maybe it's just because playing 2 accounts while doing plunder becomes a little bit more difficult than if you're just doing it normally. But yeah, I don't know, the RNG of it is getting to be a little bit annoying after a while, like when you fail the same urn like 10 times in a row. But yeah, we're done with thieving for a while, don't have to worry about it for a while. So I'm closing in on finishing 20 mil skills. I still have a few long ones though, so it'll be a few more weeks. But mainly I guess I have runecrafting, mining will take a fair amount of time, and Slayer will take a bit of time too. So yeah, right now I have a Cerberus task. I should probably knock that out so that I can get more AFK tasks after that. And another thing is the fucking doors. I swear to God, this door has like a 90% chance of being the right door, and that's always the one I check last. I don't know, yeah. Baby rage. But yeah, I'm definitely getting closer. I think I might do woodcutting next and just kind of be a lazy ass and AFK some of it. Just because doing what I'm doing on my second account takes a little bit more focus, and once I'm done with 70 crafting on there, then I can do Ankus and AFK and do runecrafting, do mining, stuff like that, and get those ones knocked out. I'm thinking now that I may actually do a lot of smithing after I finish 20 mil all, because smithing is EHP is AFK, and also break even, and it's like 200k an hour, and it's kind of a nice skill, so may end up doing that. Maybe I'll at least go for like 50 mil smithing or something and see if I still enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Still have probably like a month more of working on these skills to finish the 20 mils, so. But yeah, anyways, thieving is done. Nice to see that, and I don't have to worry about it for a while. So I've been sitting at around 16 mil per hour for quite a while, and I decided to just finish it off all in one day. So I did like, I think I did like around 4 mil, like a little bit shy of 4 mil per XP in one day, which is, I think I averaged around like 560k XP an hour while playing my second account, so like losing a little bit of XP every run, because prayer is pretty much constant clicking, so if you're clicking away anywhere else, then you're losing XP. But that was fine with me. I mean, I guess I could get about 650k an hour if I wasn't playing any other accounts, but still got it all done in one day, so that's pretty good. And I got like a tiny bit past it, so I think I'm ranked 20 prayer right now. So yeah, prayer and construction are incredibly easy to get high ranking, and it's just a matter of spending money, just because nobody really gives a fuck about training those skills, which is understandable. But yeah, I'm glad to have 20 mil prayer done. It cost a lot of money, but if I want to have 20 mil all, gotta have it done eventually. And I did spend a fair amount of time AFKing woodcutting. I did a few mil XP 3 taking, a few mil XP AFKing. Wasn't fully efficient with it, but got the 20 mil woodcutting done, so that's pretty nice to have. So this is something I've been meaning to do for a while. I still haven't gotten the herb sack yet, but I finally have enough points excess that it should be fine. It's actually a collectionist item that I've had on my list for a while, so this is sort of actually completionist stuff to knock this off, but let's do it. It holds 420 herbs in total. Was it 28 of each or something like that? I don't even know, but yeah, it holds herbs. It's useful to have. Good for Slayer. So I think it's been a while since I last recorded a clip, but I just got a task of scabarites, which is a weird task, but actually worth doing, I would say. You can kill them, you can cannon them in multi. The problem is you don't get that many assigned, and they hit a lot of damage, so you probably wouldn't be able to last for like a normal task length anyways, but I have a task of 60 of them right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's actually, oh, I didn't mean to hit that one. It's about 70k an hour on task, It doesn't last very long, you take a lot of damage, but it's actually a very high XP per hour task. Trance made a video about it a long time ago, and that's what kind of sparked my interest in doing this, and they're not very common at all, but I feel like I may as well do them when I do get them. But anyways, I've been doing a fair amount of Slayer recently at 18.8 million Slayer XP, so that's pretty nice. I passed 25 mil strength. Oops. Oh yeah, these traps are annoying. There's probably a way to avoid that. That was stupid. So I think the best way to get here is to walk up to this spot, and then you fall down, and you have to take a light source, or otherwise you get wrecked. And you want to set your cannon in a specific spot so that it's I forget the spot. I'll have to wait until I see the spawns. You want to make sure that you kill the mages as a priority, and pray actually should be praying range, and prioritize killing the mages and get the cannon set up so that it's in a double hit spot. So I think I'm gonna pause and then come back when I have the cannon in the right spot, because I have to wait until I kill these mages to see what the spawn point is. Alright, I think it should be right here, because this is a spawn point of one of them, so that'll get a double hit on this one at least. There's 2 of them in total, so get the double hits on this one, and then just make sure to kill the other one immediately. They drop battle staves, they drop a few other things that aren't too bad, so the drops are decent. That should be a double hit, isn't it? It's not a double hit, I suck at this game. It should be one right here. Yeah. So now I should be able to get a double hit the next time one of those spawns right there, which is pretty good. They also drop bones, which I guess I didn't realize. I must have taken my bone crusher last time, but I thought that they didn't drop bones, so I took an extra piece of food. Basically just want to take as much food as you can, because you will probably need it. You take a lot of damage from these things, but the tasks are so short that you should be able to last. Alright, here goes 100% favor by doing manuscripts. Definitely was faster. Let's use up all these XP books. This is the most overpowered runecrafting XP ever. Look at this shit. 990 XP drops. Oh shit, you can actually do it. You can one tick it if you do it properly. Look at that shit. Holy fuck. Soul altar looks like. $3,224 runecrafting XP drop for 104. So you get multiple essence per thingy. That's a fuck ton of runecrafting XP too. So apparently you can use these on this, and I can use it to get to the actual soul altar, and same with the blood altar, so I think we'll do that too. So blood altar also. Oh, I have to craft blood runes there. I haven't crafted any yet. I found out a few hours after the update of Zeah that you can actually get a book in the Arceus library that unlocks the teleport to Kourend spell, which is on the standard spellbook. It requires level 69 magic and uses a whole bunch of runes, but it teleports you right to that like central thing on the map that just is labeled Great Kourend and has like a statue and then some like grass or dirt or something with flowers like circling around it, and it gives you like, it actually says like an incantation when you use the teleport also. But yeah, I just went to World 2 and some dude, I asked, there are a lot of people running around, and I just asked if anyone had found this book, because the books do move location every so often, not extremely frequently, but they do move around, so they won't just be in a fixed location, and it's just this one book, so could have taken a while to find it. So thanks to that dude. I don't remember his username, but maybe he'll watch this, and so, you know, here you are, man. But yeah, it was very helpful. I got that found pretty quickly and got that spell unlocked, which will definitely be useful because there are only a limited number of teleports on Zeah. And as far as teleports, I decided to go do some Shayzien favor, because once you get to 5% you can start killing lizardmen, and they have a chance of dropping the Xerix Talisman, and the Xerix Talisman can be charged using lizardman fangs, which you get as drops from them, and can also be traded. So there's 5% favor. You just have to use 50 med packs because each one gives 0.1%, and then you can go to the lizardmen. So yeah, the lizard, or the Xerix Talisman, which is actually an equipable necklace slot item, has 3 different teleports around Zeah. One goes to Hosidius, one goes to Lovaking, and one goes to Shayzien. So those are pretty useful to have. And then you have a Fair Ring that goes to Arceus, and you have the Kourend teleport that brings you to the like the center of Zeah. And you can also get there through the Abyss Rifts, and the Arceus, or the Necromancy spellbook has a home teleport that takes you to the Dark Altar. So and there's a spirit tree patch. So I think that's all of the teleports that you can possibly get, aside from, I guess, like Port Sarim. But yeah, the lizard men were kind of interesting. I was canning them, and at first I went over there with proselyte, and I was actually taking a fair amount of damage. I think it was mostly because I didn't know that they poisoned, so I didn't have antidote. But I went back after getting kind of low in HP and not getting one with Bandos and a antidote, and I wasn't running out of HP at all. But I was basically just treating it like Slayer as much as I could, trying to get fast kills. It took me about 400 kills before I actually got the Xerx's Talisman, so I don't know if that was unlucky or not, I don't really know, but they're pretty fast kills, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, each one is 0.1% favor, so I was at like 43, 44%, something like that, but it wasn't so bad because I collected like over 60 Lizardman Fangs, which equates to 60 whatever charges, and I think you get 2 teleports per charge, so 120 something teleports will last me a fair amount of time. I don't imagine I'll be doing a ton of teleporting around there, and I think you can buy them in the G pretty cheaply at this point anyway, so if you get lucky with the Xerx's Talisman and don't get many, then you'll still be totally fine. But yeah, that's really all there is as far as useful stuff from Shayzien, so I figured I'd just get that done. If you haven't done much Za yet, definitely do Shayzien first, get the Xerx's Talisman, and then you don't need to go back at all, because the only other thing you can get from them, I guess, is the armors, and the armors are just like low tier type stuff, so you probably won't have any real use for it, other than I think it's good for pures, because I think this stuff has like black or mithril stats with 1 defense requirement, so some of it might actually be best in slot for pures. I know that the Xeric something or other cloth, and it has like lowish level mage gear. It's like kind of looks like green wizard robes, and those have better stats than like ghostly and the existing best in slot mage gear for pures, so that's kind of interesting. I guess it is actually relevant to a small portion of the game, which is kind of cool. And I think there are in total about 9 new tracks added to the game, so I had to make sure to get all this unlocked. I got most of them done, but there's still a couple of places I haven't gone to yet. I haven't gone to Woodcutting, and is that the only one? I guess so, but this amulet makes it quite easy, and talisman. It's weird calling it a talisman because I'm used to talismans being the runecrafting things, but there is all of the songs unlocked once again, so I can wear the music cape again and call myself a super cool completionist. But yeah, the music tracks seem pretty cool. I didn't listen through all of them, but the next thing I decided to do, just for the hell of it, was to get some juniper logs and make some juniper charcoal. I heard that you need this for Lovakeng favor. I'm not totally sure because I still haven't done it, but it takes like 17 hours for this stuff to cook, I guess, sort of like farming, like you just put it in there and then wait. You just have to chop 60 logs per thingy. And then I decided to get 35% Hosidius favor, which took a really long time. Really just to get the 5% was really annoying, but you need 35% to use the spirit tree patch on Zeah, and I wanted to be able to unlock that and plant my 4th spirit tree. Not really worth spending the time for, really, necessarily, it's just in terms of XP, but just something that I wanted to have done because it's kind of cool. And it could maybe be a useful teleport, probably not, but yeah, getting 5% Hosidius favor, it takes forever. You have to do the plows, though I think they did actually buff it, so hopefully it'll be better. But yeah, it took me like at least half an hour of just pushing a plow back and forth in the field to get to 5%. And then after that, you can buy compost and saltpeter from the GE and just waste like a couple mil to get the favor from there, which doesn't take nearly as long. But anyways, this is about all the progress I had for this account, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all later.